sections due on Sunday at midnight. They are 1.1, 1.2, 1.4. Even though this says Monday, 5 a.m., remember that's the other time, Greenwich Mean Time, corresponds to midnight, previous day on our time. Anyone get a chance to try some 1.4 problems? Anyone not become their test? Do it right at the end of class. Come by and pick it up. I put the grades on here. I don't want to see everyone's grades. So we'll just make the column right here in the front. Today's date is the 24th. Okay, so 1.4 is the function section. Is it a function, yes or no? So this is then, after is it a function, yes or no, then it turns into evaluate the function. There's multi-parts to the question. We're going to take a look at part C and D for this. So they want us to plug a 2 in. So the first part is to put the actual number in that spot. And then they want the solution there. 49 minus 4 is 45. Underneath a square root. That might be able to be simplified. I don't know if they want you to. I think they should take that answer. We'll see. Put a 7 in. And then you get 0, because 7 squared is also 49. But then they get creative with this next part. They want you to put more than just a number in. They want you to put x plus a number in. So I think what they want for this box is exactly x plus 7. But then what they want for the other box is debatable. I guess the simplification of that then would be to square out x plus 7. I think what happens, maybe the 49s might cancel out. If I square out x plus 7, I get x squared and 14x, because it's 2 of those 7x's, and a 49. And if that's taking the place of this thing, x squared plus 14x, that's a 14. It doesn't look like it. Plus 49. What happens is the 49s should cancel. And I would say what they're looking for here is the square root of, I don't know, negative x squared minus 14x. We'll see. We'll type it in. We'll see if it gives us a check or not. Then lastly, put a 5x in. I'm thinking they want the 5x in that spot. And then square it out as 25x squared. And I'm thinking they just want the square root. There's nothing to combine there. So I'm thinking that's what they want for that box. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's check it out. Any questions on how we did it though? The first box is just put the actual thing in. The second box is to simplify it, I'm assuming. Let's try it out. The parentheses are already in there, so we just put x plus 7. Parentheses are already in there, so just put 5x. We said this was square root of 45. This guy was 0. This guy was something strange. Square root of negative x squared minus 14x, something like that. And this one was square root of 49 minus 25x squared. Okay, so let's see what we get. Let me go ahead and submit these. I think it's like that. Yeah. Okay. More questions? A company produces a product for which the variable cost is $9.85 per unit. The fixed cost is $55,000. Add the variable cost and the fixed cost to write the total cost as a function of the number of units produced. Let X be the number of units produced. If it costs $9.85 per unit, you're supposed to take the $9.85 and multiply it by X. The other cost isn't dependent on how many units. That's a fixed cost. It's like the cost of having the building that you're making the stuff in. $55,000. So we add that. And that would be the answer to the cost function. Revenue, you're going to go sell these units after you make them. You sell them for $19.95 per unit. So once again, you take that selling price now, per unit means to multiply by X. And then there's a profit made when you take your revenue and subtract your cost. And so we're just going to do that. Revenue, $19.95x, and subtract, be careful, when you go to subtract your cost has two parts to it. It has the $9.85x, and it has the $55,000. But that minus applies to both of those.